Hi, this is Amy Mott, and you are watching News from the Clover Patch. If you've noticed the different surroundings behind me, well, there's a reason for that, and I'm going to tell you about it in just a few minutes. But on with the news first. Today, this News from the Clover Patch video broadcast is dedicated to our sweet, sweet Alice, who was the foster child of our shelter secretary-treasurer, Chelsea Bordelon, and is also dedicated to Mrs. Reba Hall, Aaron's, who is our vice president, her sweet, sweet mother-in-law, who passed away on Saturday. And so, let's have some news. Clover Patch Sanctuary went to the Living Green Expo this past Saturday, and we just had a wonderful, wonderful time. We took lots of pictures, and we were so pleased to know that Tank's picture inside the Tennessee Highway Patrol squad car was fabulous and has kind of gone viral on Facebook with all these wonderful people putting captions underneath the picture. And we started off with such a simple caption of "Give me the nanners and I'll let you off with a warning." And since that time, people have just added some of the greatest captions to this picture. So we are so pleased to promote our shelter and to promote rabbit ownership as well as healthy and green living. And Tank is a wonderful spokesbunny for that. So also, we were able to do a lot of education at this expo this weekend. We talked to hundreds of people about rabbit ownership, and thanks to the House Rabbit Society, who sent us the very famous "Did You Know" poster, we were able to really point out some of the major highlights of rabbit ownership and the "Did you know" points of rabbits living inside, of rabbits eating grass hay, and the importance of spay and neuter. So we also want to extend a thank you to Keep Williamson Beautiful, who had the Living Green Expo this weekend, and to all of its wonderful sponsors. We were so pleased to be asked, and we are so honored to be invited for next year. So in other news, we have some events coming up, and if I'm looking away, everybody just pardon me. There was a lot to talk about today, so I actually had to, for the first time, write things down, so please forgive me. We have the Celebrate Healthy Pets event, which is coming up on September the 8th. That's going to be held at the Turnip Truck Natural Market on Woodland Street in downtown Nashville. That event, again, is on September the 8th, and it's from 10 till 3. We will be there with our booth. We're going to have some wonderful items to sell to sponsor our shelter and our mission. So if you are in the Nashville area and would like to come to this event, please stop by our booth and just say hello. Also, we are going to be participating with Williamson County Animal Control and Adoption Center in the Wagon and Braggin event, which is going to be on September 15th from 10 until 4. So that's 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. This is going to be a wonderful event that's going to be hosted by Gallery 202 here in Franklin, Tennessee. And there's going to be live music, art for sale. There's going to be lots of children's activities. So again, if you are in Franklin on September 15th, stop by Gallery 202 and just say hello to us. We would love to see you. For both of these events, I want to let you know as well that we will be offering, yet again, free nail clipping and scent gland cleaning of your bunny. So if you want to come out to this event, either one of these events, we will be happy to go ahead and take care of some basic grooming for your bunny. Free of charge, too, I might add. Every event that Clover Patch Sanctuary participates in, whether it's a sponsored event or whether we're at Petco, which we go to once a month, you can always bring your bunny by to us, and we will do nail trims, do basic look over, we'll do some basic grooming, scent gland cleaning, of course, and it's always free of charge when we're at these events. We have lots of events coming up on October, but I'm not going to spend time on that for this video podcast because, or is it a broadcast? I can't ever remember. We will let you know more about those events as we start to get into the first part of September. Now, this is the biggest news. Why, do you ask, am I doing my little video broadcast with this strange background? Well, I am sitting in the future location of Clover Patch Sanctuary's in-house shelter. Right now, it is a modest two-car garage, a very big two-car garage. As you can see behind me, there's garage doors, there's storage, bicycles on the ceiling, some things over here over my left shoulder. These are items that we use for events. But this is about to become Clover Patch Sanctuary's in-house shelter. We know that it's going to, just by sitting down and working on our budget, we know that it's going to take a year to complete this project because we are going to pretty much gut this garage. We will have drywall behind us where you currently are seeing garage doors. We'll have a separate entrance to our shelter. So all the bunnies are going to be housed right here in this area. Telephone. I'll call them back later. We are going to, as I said, have all the bunnies housed in this area. We've been wanting to do this for so long. I can't even express to you how long we've wanted to do this. We were considering saving our money and saving donations and whatnot to get that very beloved brick and mortar building that every shelter wishes, they could have. But we decided that our money would just be so much better spent on medical needs, spay, neuter, food, all the important things that our shelter rabbits need. So we decided that one of us, and that just became me, was going to sacrifice their garage space area that is pretty much used for storage. I have no cars in here right now. I have all Clover Patch stuff in here and the family's assorted bicycles. So it was really easy for me to do that. We are going to do a beautiful, beautiful flooring that's going to be like a mocha type distressed swirl. So we will be pouring a new pad on the floor. The walls are going to be completely repaired. We're going to have a beautiful green paint, green as in clover, and it won't be pastel, but it's going to be very much of a hip, chic green. We're going to have brand new lighting put in. We're going to have a brand new door leading to the outside. The patio is already gorgeous. So we're going to save us some steps on litter box changes and to just have some ease and have all the bunnies in the same place. We're going to even have a nice little cafe area in here for adopters so we can have the whole meet and greet thing going on. So we thank everybody for their support on our future project. We are so very excited about it, and during that year we are going to fundraise. We are going to beg and plead and crawl on our bellies for your donations. We're so excited about the project, and we just think that it's going to be the best thing for our shelter. It's going to be the most economical thing for our shelter, and it will really help us to be able to put all the more important funds into our bunnies. So we're going to do everything just cheap, but it's going to still be beautiful. It's still going to have everybody's touch and flair to it. One of the fundraisers we're going to do is we're going to have memorial plaques. We do have 30 kennels because we only have 30 rabbits at a time, and that is by our charter. We do not go over 30 rabbits at a time. So the first 30 plates that are sold will go directly on our kennels. After that, the plates that have been purchased are going to go on a dedication wall that we're going to frame, and it's just going to be a really beautiful monument to all of our friends and families' pets that have passed over, or just a really special pet that's even still with our friends and families that they just want to honor forever in our beautiful new sanctuary. So in the next couple of weeks, we'll be giving you more details about that fundraiser. So on to the next thing. It was requested of me, and this blog will run just a little bit long today because it was requested of me to do a little bunny education, and since I'm a House Rabbit Society ET, I want to make sure that I do kind of sneak in that education here. So today I was going to talk about grass hay and how bunnies love to play with their food. I was inspired several years ago by a book that I read when my human kids were so little. The book was called Play with Your Food. and it showed these wonderful, cute little cartoony faces, and it had little chicken nuggets and corn and all arranged in these beautiful, like, cute little smiley faces or shaped like animals, and it really made a difference when I was trying to get my little picky eaters to eat. Now, we don't have as many picky eaters in our rabbits, but they do still love to play with their food. So my first rabbit tiny task for the today, and that is what I'm going to always call this, is the rabbit tiny task, or the bunny tiny task, is let them play with their food. And the best thing to do is to put their grass hay, and I'm not talking about their litter box hay, which of course is edible, and we all love their litter box hay, but I'm talking about a real nummy litter box hay that we would just kind of eject from the litter boxes, and allowing the bunny to have the grabbing motion, allowing the bunny to have the pulling motion, and being able to literally just toss their food like a toy. So go ahead and fill those litter boxes with just your basic baled hay, like most all of us do, and then reserve the real yummy hay, which is, KT makes some great stuff. They make the hay with the dandelion, the rose, and some mint. That's all Timothy based, and they have these extra yummy natural additives. And go ahead and use them, and I'm going to show you some examples because our bunnies really love this. The first example are these wonderful little hanging spheres. We fill them up with the yummy extra added high fiber hays, and since our kennels do have a top portion, we're able to hang these from the kennels, and the bunnies just go crazy. They love them. They just push these things and they pull this hay out, and this is a great play toy as well as giving them some wonderful nutrition. Now, if you don't have the means to get these, the next thing we recommend is just use a regular toilet paper roll or a paper towel roll that you've cut into halves or to thirds, and that is this example. We've loaded this up with some really great oat hay, and the bunnies just go crazy for it as well. This is also completely edible, so they can chew on that, and then they grab their little mouths on this edge, and they'll toss this, and they'll toss, and then in the meantime they'll eat their hay. So just to wrap this up, please allow your bunnies to play with their food. So that is your bunny helpful tiny task of the day. As always, you can reach us through our website if you would like to make a donation to us or to our mission. We do have a chip-in set up on our home page on our website. You can also make a donation to us directly through PayPal. And you can always reach us, of course, through Facebook at facebook.com/cloverpatch. So this is Amy Mott, and I am the co-director and co-founder of Clover Patch Sanctuary. I'm signing off for today, but I would like to remind you to please keep on the bunny side of life.